What's up, guys? Caleb here at the Mad Vapes of Belmont, coming to y'all with a nice little different video for you. So we've been having a lot of people come in and ask, I keep hearing about this mesh. What is this mesh? What's the difference between mesh coils, regular coils? Is it really that big of a difference? So today we're going to be going over a few different types of coils that we have. We actually had somebody bring in a defective coil. Mod just wouldn't read it at all. Tried it on mine, and it just kept saying, check atomizer. Every now and then that does happen straight out of the box, especially with pre-made coils. A lot of these coils are mass produced by machinery in China, and then they're shipped overseas. So in the quality control department, sometimes a few of them get past, shipping, sometimes things happen. But I broke down that coil for you, and that right there is essentially what is on the inside of every coil. It's just a nice spiral of wire. It's got cotton wrapped around it on the inside of the coil. And the only part of it that heats up is the wire itself. So in between each piece of the wire, you've got that gap. That gap right there is going to be just juice sitting there, unutilized flavor basically. So that's where mesh comes in. Mesh, I actually had a piece laying over here somewhere and I've misplaced it. So I've got another one here. And what mesh does is it basically eliminates that gap. The more surface area that you get, the better the flavor is going to be. And mesh, as you can see through it. It's just literally metal mesh wires, super fine, really small holes. Allows you to still get the breathability of the coil, so you get nice airflow through it, but at the same time it's going to allow you to get that massive amount of flavor. That's where, the Fire Loop mesh, DigiFlavor Mesh Pro RDA, which this came out of, that's where that comes into play. The standard coils, they work. They're good. They've worked for a while. And, typically people, along with ourselves, we always say, why fix what's not broken? Well, it wasn't exactly broken, but it wasn't the best that it could be. So why not make it better? On top of that, you kind of got like a mid-range of coils as well. Whereas, standard coils, they're going to give you what you're looking for. You're going to get the flavor. You're going to get vapor production. Mesh, you're going to get the massive amount of flavor with good vapor production. And then we have the people that are cloud chasers. They care a little bit more about clouds than they do about the flavor. And that's where a lot of these pre-made coil kits come in. This is a 7-in-1 Violence kit by Demon Killer. And it comes with a lot of coils, guys. It's got 7 different types of coils in here. I'm just going to pull out, we'll say, tri-twisted Clapton. So what Claptons are, Clapton is whenever you take a large wire and then you take a smaller wire and you wrap it around that wire. You can look up videos. You'll see a lot of people doing it with like handheld drills. It's the fastest way. It's not the cleanest, but once you get good at it, you can make them just as clean as factory produced ones. So if you take a look here, this is the tri-twisted Clapton. Trying to get the camera to focus on it a little bit. Really intricate wires in there. I'm sorry I can't get it to focus a little bit better, but so these are going to be the mid-range coils I was talking about. Everything in this coil kit, I've used this coil kit from start to finish. Took me a long time. You get a lot of value out of these, but most of the coils in this particular kit won't even really fire well under about 80 watts. So you're going to run these on high-end devices, like the RX, basically anything that can push like 200. Whenever I was using this kit, I was running about 220, and that was the comfortable spot for me. You'll find that everybody uses something a little bit different, but these coils here, they're going to give you like huge clouds, especially if you build them right on an RDA. If you get them pinched correctly, get all the hot spots out, get them heating evenly, and you find that nice stable wattage or temperature that you're running, it's going to be really satisfying. You can get some really big clouds out of those. We also have the Demon Killer round wheel. The round wheel has basically the same coils, different kinds of wire in it, smaller gauge wire, so it's going to get a little hotter, a little faster. But I hope that helped all you guys out, gave you a little bit of information you've been looking for. As always, y'all stay safe.